This is to review this entire unit to make sure that you understand the three concepts we have for this whole thing. So it starts off with sunlight. Sunlight is radiant energy. And through the process of photosynthesis, plants take radiant energy and turn it into chemical energy in the form of sugar. Okay? Energy can't be created or destroyed, it can only change forms. So we're basically tracking energy from its source, which is the sun, all the way through the digestive tract and keeping track of where that energy goes. So it starts out with radiant to chemical energy through photosynthesis. And then chemical energy is the form that food takes. Whether we eat plants or meat, all of it originally was in the sun and then got transformed into chemical energy. Now, when people eat food, it's going to go through the digestive system, okay? So it's going to start in our mouth where chemical and physical changes happen. Remember, chemical changes are changes involving enzymes or acid that break down the molecules in a permanent chemical way. Physical changes just change the shape of the food and they don't really change the molecular structure. So smashing, mashing, crunching are physical changes. Things involving chemicals or enzymes are chemical changes. So here, the food would enter our mouth, where chemical and physical changes happen because of chewing and spit. Then it's going to move into the esophagus, down into the stomach. The stomach is going to mash the food, which is a physical change. And then it also has hydrochloric acid in it, which means the food is broken down in a chemical way. Then the food's going to move into the small intestines, which is this part right here in the middle. And this is where nutrients is absorbed from the food. And the nutrients chemically goes into the bloodstream, and then the bloodstream delivers the nutrients to all the cells in the body. Then the food moves through the large intestines along the edges, and the large intestine's job is to absorb water from the food. The waste that's left over exits the body through the rectum and the anus. There's a physical change that occurs to the food in the rectum because those muscles are going to compact it and push it into a solid and push it out of the body. So what happens to the food? It was chemical energy, then it went into our digestive tract and our intestines took out the nutrients and delivered it to our cells. Well, now that chemical energy is going to be converted into two things. It's going to be converted into thermal energy or heat, because whenever the cells do work, they're going to release a little bit of heat. So the food, that energy doesn't just disappear. It's converted into heat that's released from our bodies. You can feel it when you touch your forehead. That is heat that was in your food that's being transformed whenever your body uses that energy to do work. Some of the energy that was in your food is also going to be transformed into chemical energy. So whenever you move or talk, all that movement is using the energy that was in your food. Okay? So 3 energy transformations you need to know: radiant to chemical during photosynthesis, chemical to thermal when your cells do work and produce heat, and chemical energy to mechanical energy when your cells produce movement using the food that you have. Also, the digestive tract, where the food goes and how it's changed chemically and physically.